Play mode.
Swagatam. Today is January 13th, Thursday, Brihaspati Vasaraha. Srishtu Mangalacharanam. Ramo Rajamanis Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje. Ramena Bhyata Nishacharachamu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha. Rama Nasti Parayanam Parataram Ramasya Dasosmyaham. Rame Chittalaya Sada Bhautame Bhorama Mamudhara. Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane Shri Rama Nama Varanana Onnama Iti Ata Shri Mahashra Sutrani I Urn Rulruk E Ong I Ouch Hayavarat Lan Nyamanga Na Nam Javanj Ghadadash Jabagadash Ka Pha Cha Cha Tha Cha Cha Tav Ka Pai Shashasar Hal Iti Mahashra Sutrani. Just start with the correction from last time. I think I made a mistake last time in the class. Is we are talking about this word Tirashcham from the commentary. Tirashcham. From Prior Shloka it was, from Prior Shloka. I think one thing I said was that the word Tiras Tirashcham, which you're doing this derivation over here. So Tiras is an Amvyayam, plus the word Anchu, this Dhatu Anchu. So this Dhatu Anchu, form takes one of these indeclinables and forms various kinds of words, like, Prachi, Pratichi, like east, west, this, that, Pratyak, Samyak. These are very common words. In fact, now in the Saturday class, we'll be doing some of this shortly. If you want to get more details, we can look how this word declines. But actually in Saturday class last week itself, we did the word Ritvij. Ritvij Pratipadikam we have done. So there we use the Sutram 3 to 59. In that same Sutram, Panini also mentions this Dhatu Anchu. So that the Pratyaya uses quin. I think in the class I said quip last time by mistake. But this words like, Samyach and Pratyaj and, these are all formed using the Pratyaya quin. Quin is also 0. Quip is also 0. But the important thing is that the quin Pratyaya will force a Kavarga at the end. Will force a Kavarga at the end. So that is, anyway, in this particular form that is not important. But the sutram is the 3 to 59. It's an important sutram, which is, again, we saw in the Saturday class, just last Saturday we saw this sutram. Ritvik Dadrak Srag Dig Bushnik Anchu Yuji Krinchancha Ritvikadeha Pancha Shabdaha Quin Pratyayantaha Nipatyante Apare Trayaha Dhatavaha. So there are 5 words in here, Ritvik, etc. which are given as ready-made forms. The Pratyaya quin, and then there are 3 dhatus here, Anchu, Yuji, and Krincham. Right now, Anchu only we're looking at. Anchu, that's the only one. Because we had the form Tirashcham in the commentary of Malinatha. That's what we were looking at last time. So, Trayo Dhatava Nirdishyante, Ritu Shabdaha Upapade, and so on. And then in the middle, he'll give here, let's see, Anchehe, Supyupapade. So, when Dhatu Anchu, Supi Upapade. Supi Upapade means Upapada means it is the left hand member, is some sup. Then Anchu can take this Pratyaya quin. So why is the quin important? Again, because that triggers this rule quin Pratyasya kuhu. Quin Pratyaya. Otherwise quip and quin both will give us 0 only. Because the same rules, the Shapatadyate, all of them are removed because the ko is an it, the ending hal is an it, the ikar is an it by Upadeshajana Nasika it. The last remaining vakara also goes by the Virapuktasya. That was all fine. We did that in the class last time. But the only mistake I made last time was that the Pratyaya should have been quin, not quip. The Sutram is 3 to 59. It doesn't affect this particular form at all, because here this is not going to be Padanta, because you have the Pratyaya Am following, which is the Ajaji Pratyaya. So by Yachibham, Yangam Gashta Bhasanya. So the speciality of quin, which is to give the Kavarga Adeshaha when it is Padante, does not come into play here at all. So it didn't make a difference to us in this form, but it will make a difference in other forms when this becomes Padante. So anyway, so this quin pratyasya kuhu is the one which is special for the pratyaya quin. So the moment you see quin, you can even work backwards. For example, Prajipadikam like dish. Dish becomes dik. Dik is Prathama Ekavachanam of Prajipadikam dish. The fact that the Kavarga has been forced, Kavarka Adesha Kritaha, Asmad Nyayate, Idam Quinnantam iti Nyayate. We can know this is Quinnantam because otherwise you will not get that Kavarga Adesha like that. So anyway, so it's correct from last time and we'll move on. So I'll just put up the sutram here for you one more time. Is Quin Pratyasya Kuhu, which we don't need to use right now, but if the occasion comes, that is the difference between quin and quip. The quin and quip is that this quin pratyasya kuhu pratyaya quin. The word tiras plus anchu is formed with the pratyaya quin. Please make the correction and we'll move on. So okay, so that is the document again here. So this was the one from last time. So I highlighted it now. I put the highlight here. The sutram which you used last time, of course, was to remove the akara of the dhatu anchu by 64138. 64. There was this particular sutram was specific to the dhatu anchu. So this dhatu anchu, this was sutram 64138. You can look at that also. That comes in the bhasya adhikaraha. 64138 comes in the bhasya adhikaraha. So that one is which we already used last time, but that was a special one which we highlighted. So when the moment the angam has the bhasya adhikaraha, you have to come to this section of, angam has the bhas sanya, I should say. Then you should have to come to this section called bhasya and see if any rule applies. And there is a rule which says achaha, 64138 achaha. So that one we used last time, just refreshing your memory. So that is specific not for quin, but for dhatu anchu. So that one says that achaha iti ayam anchitir lupta nakaraha. So when the dhatu anchu loses this nakaraha, which we remove by 6424, then after that tadantasya bhasya akarasya lopo bhavati. This is what we use in this case. This is specific for the dhatu anchu. Again, now in the Saturday class, we'll be seeing this very shortly. So if you want to get more details, if you want to follow along, I think maybe next class, on Saturday we will see this one. Okay. Okay. Let's follow now the shloka, which is we're doing number 63. I think we looked at it briefly. So what we're going to do is that we're going to try to make use the Malinatha's tika to make the shloka as easy as possible for us. So make it as easy as possible. And then we look at some vyakaranam. But if you don't follow vyakaranam, at least if you can understand the meaning of how to leverage the tika to make your job easy. So we'll try to focus on that also. Let's read it one more time. We did it last time already, because as I said, this was, I think, the signal from Kalidasa that we saw in this last shloka of 62. We saw alagayat vyatham. So just like Vasishtha Rishi, he lightened the load of Dasharatha. Similarly, Kalidasaha Malinathascha asmakam yatham alagayat, asmakam bharam alagayat. He has made our job easy. So, okay. So tejasa sapadi rashirutthithaha pradurrasa kila vahini mukhe yastramrujya nayanani sainikair lakshaniya purusha kritischirat. Tejasa sapadi rashirutthithaha pradurrasa kila vahini mukhe yastramrujya nayanani sainikair lakshaniya purusha kritischirat. Go to Padacheda for us, Sven. Just start with Padacheda. He's already there in the Tika. So, go ahead. Sven, you want to do Padacheda for us?
Yeah. Tejasaha.
Tejasaha. And again, all you do is look down here. There's no thing
right.
to be done by you. You
Yeah.
can, of course, down here, the Padanvaya, you also be done, the Padanvaya has been done for you. Padanvaya also has been done.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
both Padacheda and Padanvaya both are available down here. So,
Yes.
so Tejasaha.
Sapadi. Rashihi. Uttitaha. Pradurasa. Kila.
No, see that Pradurasa. That Pradus really is an Avyayam Padam. Pradus is an Avyayam. So, Yeah, pradus, pradus. If let's go to Apte dictionary, let's see what pradus, let's see what it means. Pradus is an avyayam, like pradurbhava. Pradur means to manifest, so pradus is an avyayam.
Oh, I thought Uttita was the...
No, Uttita is a Krudanta Rupam. It is a participle form with Ut plus Tha. So Uttita is not like that, but pradus is an avyayam. So let's see if we can see what pradus means. Pradus means to manifest, pradus. So pradus is an avyayam. Let's see. Pradus, okay, pradus, pradus, let's see, pradus is, means pradus means visibly, evidently, manifest.
Visibly, evidently.
They use mainly with dhatus bhru, kru and as, like pradus chakartha, means all of you manifest. So pradur bhu or pradur kru or pradur as means to, pradur as means to manifest. Pradur asit. So pradur asit means he manifest. So basically he appeared. So pradus is an avyayam, pradus. Now why do you say use chiefly with bhu, kru, as? This small grammar break is that this looks like some like an upasarga, but it's not an upasarga. We refresh your memory one more time. Upasargas can only be the pradaya in dhatu kriya yoga. So pradaya only kriya yoga can be called upasargas. So other thing which I used kriya yoga. So this upasarga kriya yoga is only for the pradaya. What we have right now, we have pradur asa. Pradur asa. This pradur is the pradus to begin with, of course, this is behaving like a connecting before a dhatu. It's kind of connecting with the dhatu. So this is a bigger umbrella of this called the gati sanya. So gati sanya means terms other than the pradaya. They can also attach before a dhatu, and that they are called the gati sanya. Upasargas are also gati. There are a number of other terms here which are also get the gati sanya. So uryadi, chvida, chascha, anukaranam. So there are lot of them over here. Purovyam up to 1480, like So these are all also behave like upasargas in the sense that they come before a dhatu, and they qualify that action in some way. So like tirobhava. Tirobhava means to be concealed. So antardhanam, tirodhanam. These are also tiras and antar. These are also in this list. So these are all sometimes like puro avyayam. So these are all like all these are also coming in here. Now we have to find a place where this pradus must be one of these ganas over here. Uryadi, maybe one of these ganas. There's also I think another gana somewhere here. Sakshat Vruti Nicha. Let me see if I can find it for you. One of these ganas, it must be this one maybe, 1474. Let's try 1474. It might be in there. So this is going to be because the reason I'm looking for this one is it is coming before a dhatu, connecting with a dhatu, and behaving basically like an upasarga. But it is not one of the pradis. This is not an upasarga. So it is going to be one of the gati sanyakas. So let's look at 14. I think Sakshat Pravruti Nicha. I think it's in that list of terms mentioned in the 1474. So here let's see Sakshat, like Sakshat Karaha. So means to directly become man. Like Pradus is in here. So Pradus is appearing in 1474. So in fact here it says Vibhasha Gati Sanyani Bhavanti. Okay. But this is only in coming with the dhatu kru. Vibhasha Krinyati Vartate. So this will not work here. So Sakshat Prabhrutini Shabda Rupani Krinyi Vibhasha. So only with dhatu kru. So maybe it should also be somewhere else because right now we don't have the dhatu kru. See, we have the dhatu as over here right now. So maybe you have to find it in another gana in that list because this Sakshat Prabhrutini Cha is only with the dhatu kru. 1474, as you can see there. It says here. So let me see. Maybe it's in the Uryadi Chvidachascha. That would be nice to see if it is there. Let me check. Looking here. Pradar, Uryadi. Because this. Give me 1 second. What we are doing now is checked in the Ganapatha. In the Ganapatha book, let me see where all this Pradar appears. Otherwise, we have to somehow extend that. Pradar, Sakshatkara, Pradar Asa. Okay, what I'm doing now is seeing where this word Pradar comes in the Ganapatha. Pradar, Pradasri to speak. Pradas, let's see. Pradas, okay, Pradar, Pradas, 42. I think it comes only one place, 42.8.
Satish?
Yes, man.
In Apteji's book, dictionary, Praduras itself appears as an entry.
Yeah, it is an avyayam. Pradas is
Meaning, like it's a dhatu, second gana dhatu. I mean, as also second gana, right?
No, Pradas is not a dhatu. Pradas is not a dhatu. It will not be a dhatu. Because dhatu has to be in the dhatu patha. So this is
Satish ji.
Yes.
Satish ji.
Yes.
In Apte both pra plus adu plus dasi.
But this is not a dhatu, right? It may be only deriving.
It says it is avyayam. But
avyayam.
still, yeah, it is avyayam, but still he is giving pra plus adu plus dasi.
So give me the etymology of the avyayam, but
yeah.
It will not be dhatu. So, okay, now this is what it's saying. I'm looking at but there's a couple of places that we can go to. In the Uryadi Ganaha also, it is listed in there. This is what I was expecting that. So in the Uryadi Chvidachascha, this is also listed there. Because the Sakshat Prabhutini, this can only appear with the Dhatu Kru. Not to spend too much time on this, but this Sakshat Prabhutini only with the Dhatu Kru is allowed to be used with these. But the Uryadi Chvidachascha, this one over here, like a lot of these ganas, they can be a little bit extended a little bit, so you may not find in the Kashika. Let me see. Yeah, it's here. I'm sorry, I missed it before. Okay, it's here. Pradas is in here. So Pradas comes in the Uryadi gana. These are used with Kru Bhu Asta. So Uryadayaha Shabdaha, Shviyantaha, Dajantaha, some typos here. Kriya Yoge Gati Sunya Bhavanti. And Kru Bhu Asti Yoge Vidhanam. Kru Bhu Asti Yoge. So this Uryadi Chvida is the gana. So these are used with dhatu Kru, Bhu or As before the dhatu to qualify the dhatu in some way, Also what you can also do is look at the Avyaya Kosha, by the way. Not only the Ganapatha, because any Avyayam, it's a very beautiful book, the Avyaya Kosha, which is any Avyayam which you have, always check Avyaya Kosha. Because it gives, a lot of the details for that Avyayam. It's a very user-friendly book. Unfortunately, we don't have it online. I will show it to you online, but it's not, I don't think we have it online. So let me see what it gives over there. But in any case, I found in that you see right here that this Pradus is in this Gana, Uryadi Gana. So remember this word Pradus, like he gives Pradur iti prakatye, means to manifest, to appear, So Pradur bhavati vichitram, Pradur bhuya. So asya kru bhu asti, kru Bhu Astibhir Yogaha. So it applies with Kru, Bhu, and As. So if you look at the, if you have the Avyaya Kosha book, you have that one. I'm just looking at that one also just to confirm this. So Pradus, yeah, it is in the Uryadi Gana. It is there. Okay.
Satish ji.
Yes.
Pradhur Bhavam is generally used, right? Pradhur
Bhava means manifestation.
Manifestation. Here the asa is mukha, right? Pradhur asa.
No. We're coming. This is lit lakara is coming here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So not this. No, because mukham is asyam, asya, not asa. So and this is a dhajas I just mentioned to you. Because these come before a dhatu. So these gati sanyakas, they come before a dhatu, before kriya yoge. So asa could not be mukham. It has to be a dhatu. So in fact, it's saying that this pradur, I think this is actually rephanta pradur, maybe visargant. So maybe not pradus, but pradur. Rephantaha visargantascha kuchit pachate. Okay, anyway, so it's a little time out for us. Is that this word pradus is, or pradur is in this gana, which is think about, because the reason why we came down this trail is because you see connecting with the dhatu. It is qualifying this dhatu meaning in some way. almost like an adverb here. Is qualifying that in some way. So then think about the gati sanyakas. And because this is not upasarga will only be pradaya. So then if you come down to this section and see if where you can fit it in here. So from from here gatishcha up to te parag dhatoho. Te parag dhatu. This is the section, okay? And uryadi chvidachascha. These are the one where we found it. We also found it here in the sakshat prabhutinicha, but this is only with dhatu. Maybe we'll put it in this. So 1461. 1461. Let's start document today. 1461. So pradar. Uryadi gana. So pradar in uryadi gana. So pradar. Like avirbhav also. Avis is also same thing. Pradur and avis. Avis is another one like that. Also comes Uryadi Ganaha. And that is 1461. Okay. So gets Uryadi Ganaha. Gets Gati Sanya. Gati Sanya comes by the Uryadi Ganaha. Okay. Okay, gets Gati Sanya. 1461. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what the next one is. I thought it was going to make it easy, but this was an important point because because Wayne was doing the Padacheda, and this Pradur is a separate term. You have to know that. Okay, so Asa. Okay, go ahead. Do the Padacheda first, Wayne. We come back.
Okay. Pradur Asa Kila Vahini Mukhe.
Samasta Padam. So inside the Samasa, what do you have? Vahini and Mukha. Now, remember that inside a compound also the individual terms have the padasanya. Don't forget that. Tatrapi padantam karyam kartanyam. So if the padanta karyam is there, that also occurs inside a samasa also. Okay. So this is a samastam padam. So this has the entire this also has a padasanya. So this vahini mukhe, the entire thing has padasanya with suptingantam padam over here, but so does vahini inside here individually. Okay, so Vahini Mukhe,
Yaha, Pramujya, Nayanani, Sainikaihi, Lakshaniya Purusha Akritihi.
That's a compound.
Akritihi.
That's Samastam Padam. Lakshaniya Purushakriti. Lakshaniya Purushakriti. And then Chirata. Chirat. So which words over here are difficult for you? Forget the connection, forget the meaning wise. Which word do you not understand then? Tell me that.
Okay. Vahini, I know Mukha I know, but Vahini I didn't get it.
Okay, then go to the commentary. Vahini is what? So Vahini is
Sena Gray. Okay, Vahini is Sena. Okay, Vahini is Sena.
Vahini.
Mukha means Agre, really. Mukha is like prominent, so okay.
So you got the meaning. So Vahini is Sena.
Yeah.
In fact, if you have been following on our website, if you have been following the example, let's go there for a second. We already encountered this word Vahini over there. Do you get the examples every day? Do you get them? So there, if you look at Amar Kosha, we already had the example of Vahini over there. So let's
okay.
Yeah, you can also search the website, Also search the website. So if you think the word Vahini already came, just search, let's see if you can find the word Vahini. I think we already saw it because I know we had it.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
you can just put it right here. So Vahini, see if we can find Vahini. I think we already had Vahini. So here it is, Vahini. So this is the post on this day. Let's see.
Synonyms for the word Sena.
Yeah, so for the word Sena. So you'll find one of them is here. So here it is, Nishachara Chamu. Here it is. So Dvajini, Vahini, Pratana, Ani, Kini, Varuthini, Balam, Sainyam, Chakram, Anikam. These are all the words for Vahini. It's already here, Vahini. So that's why we give Amar Kosha quotation all the time. So like Chamu is one of them. Chamu who is there. Then Sena, Mulya has given Sena as we give Malinatha. And then you got the word Vahini also here. So I think hopefully next year or two we'll get a lot of the Amar Kosha in here. So you can always check all the synonyms over here. Where would the word Vahini, little small grammar break, where do you think the word Vahini might have come?
Vahana is something you
Not
ride.
No, the pratyaya is ini. You got to be careful. The pratyaya is ini. So you had a word like vaha. So vaha. So if you have a word like vaha, so that which has, so vaha santi asyam iti vahini. So Victor or asyaha iti vahini. If you chose the word vaha, I think vaha might be like a horse or something, maybe like that which carries, which carries. If you look at it like that, then you get the word. So that which has vaha in it is, or in it vahas can be found. If you can look at the word vaha.
Sounds like it.
Dhatu vah, to carry. Dhatu vah, to carry. If you look at the word vaha, let's see, I think maybe I put the wrong here. So vah. Vaha should be here. See vaha. See vaha, to exert oneself, vaha. Here it is, vaha. Let's see. Vaha. Carrying, bearing,
Vaha, bearing, carrying.
Yes. That's a horse. So that one which has a lot of a bull, a carriage, a conveyance in general. So that which has like horses and conveyance, conveyances like carriages, horses. It has, in it you can find stuff which are a lot of stuff being carried inside in the army. So that is
okay.
the.
So Vahana itself is a derivative. Okay.
So no Vaha, and then that's the pratyaya ini. So Vaha plus ini. And then you make it Vahin, and then add a steel pratyaya Neep, make it Vahini. So make it Vahini. So this word comes in the Amar Kosha. If it comes Amar Kosha, let's go to Amar Kosha. Let's see quickly what he gives. But see, once it's Amar Kosha, means you can get a lot of commentaries on that vein. Once it's Amar Kosha, you can get a lot of commentaries, a lot of explanations. So let's quickly see, Vahini, where this word Vahini came from. And if you don't understand the details of Vahini, don't worry about it. Just accept the word which Munyatha has given, which is Sena. And if you accept that, you don't have to go into more details. But if you want to go into more details, see where Vahini comes from. It clearly comes from the word Vaha. You need to go into the word Vaha. Rajini Vahini. Okay. Sena. So Vaha Santi Asyam. That's what I thought. Vaha Santi Asyam iti Vahini. So Vaha plus Ini. Vaha plus Ini.
Okay.
Vahini. So let's finish that. Put it in a document here. Even if you don't understand this, don't worry about it. Because if you just accept that Vahini is the word for Sena. So Vaha. Which one first? So Vaha. So you can say plus just. Plus the word, Atta Ini Thanau. This is, I'll give you a super number shortly. Ini. Ini is Tadita Pratyaha. Anubandha Lope in. Lope in by the Shakwatadjite. No, sorry, not Upadesha Junanasika it. Upadesha Junanasika it. So we get that. And then what's the next step? You get the Prajpadika Sanya, remove the just Pratyaha by Supo Dhatu Prajpadika Yoho. And the usual, right? When, which is Yachibham Yasyeti.
Yachibham Yasyeti.
That sequence, see how common the sequence is. It's used all the time. The moment you get the Bhasanya, and the following pratyaya is either, a Tadita pratyaya or a Yikara. And if the Anga ends in Ivarna, Avarna, it takes Lopaha. So Vahin. First we got the Pratipadika Sanya by Sukrit Tadita Samasascha. Then Supo Dhatu Pratipadika Yoho. Remove the pratyaya just. And then you get the Bhasanya by Yachibham. And then Yasyeti Cha. And finally then after that we add the Stri Pratyaya Neep. Make it Vahini. Ugitascha. So if you see, no, Runnebhyo Neep, sorry. Runnebhyo Neep. Because you have a Nakaranta Pradipadikam. Runnebhyo. Nakaranta Pradipadikam. Get the, think of a word like Yogini, Swamini, Vahini, same thing. Nakaranta Pradipadikam, if you want to use in the feminine, then you have to add the Pratyaya Neep. That'll be 415. Runnebhyo Neep. 415. So make it Vahini. Now, in the middle here, how does Pratyaya Ini come? It comes in the Mutupadikara, right? Because it is that in which you can find these conveyances, which you can find these horses and so in which it can be found. So that is going to be in the 5294. Tadasyasti asminiti matup. In that adhikara, you find the sutram ata inithanau. Ata, so if you even akaranta pradipazikam like vaha. To that you can add the pratyaya in and than, ata inithanau. So 52115 is sutram 52115. Ata inithanau is what we used. This is how the word vahini is formed. Word vahini is formed. Ata inithanau. Okay, let's move on. So vahini is sena. Sena agre. Okay, now which one do you have a problem with now? Is everything clear here?
Okay.
How about the word asa? This asa. This asa is a strange form. Asa is strange. There's a problem with this word asa itself. Okay. Asa means pradur asa means clearly means this manifested, appeared. It's a lit lakaraha atra bhavitam lita bhavitavyam means lit pratyaya should be coming. The meaning is lit. So artha drishtya lita bhavitavyam. So if you look at it from the point of meaning, lit lakara will fit very well here. So, and you can even get the form asa also. We'll go through that in a second. But there's a problem here. The problem is that the sutram called aster bhuhu, which means that when this dhatu as is used and the pratyaya following has a sanya of ardha dhatukam, then as becomes bhu, aster bhuhu. There are two adhikaras of ardha dhatuke in Ashtadhyayi. One is in 2.4 ardha dhatuke, and where the certain dhatus get replaced or they change when the pratyaya falling has a sanya of ardha dhatukam. Another one is for the anga karyam 6446 ardha dhatuke. So the problem that we are having here now is that the dhatu as should have changed to bhu immediately. Lit lakara, because of the lit lakara sutram litcha, lit pratyaya has a sanya of ardha dhatukam. So normally tiptaji etc. have the sanya of sarvadhatukam, by things is sarvadhatukam, but by litcha this one gets the sanya of ardha dhatukam. And aster bhuho, aster bhu should be here. So 2452, aster bhuho, as should have become bhu. It has not become bhu. So that is the problem now. So this form asa technically, should not be allowed in the lit lakara. Should not be allowed, because aster bhuho 2452. And then the other set to the lit sutram, which was giving this lit, the tiptaji, when they come as adesha for lit, they get the sanya of ardha dhatukam. So those put together, this form asa we have problems. So let's put it in a document. So 3/4 is from asa. Cannot be lit. Asa clearly cannot be lit. Cannot be lit prayoga. So the fact that the lit prayoga. So then what do we do now? We really want lit prayoga, don't we? Because that would be nice to get the meaning by lit prayoga because of 34115 litcha, which is sanya of ardha dhatukam, and 2452 aster bhuho. Now what do we do? Now the way to work around this is that this as is made into an avyayam. The as is now an avyayam. So they have made it this, pratirupakam avyayam. It mimics, this asa mimics that lit lakara form. But since it is not allowed in the lit lakara, so because this problem of aster bhuho, then it is made into an avyayam. So this is really an avyayam. So asa, if you look at I'm looking at avyaya kosha again, we look at apteji also, from asa babhuvarte. This asa is in the sense of babhuvarte. So Nipasa Avyasanyam Sanyamityam Asya Chaditve Bodhyam. So the Chadayo Satve, so Chaditvam, so Chadi, so the Chadi Ganaha, this word asa is used. But in this is Vastutaha tu Sarvashishta Sammatatvat Singanta Pratirupakam Avyayam Eva iti Bhashyadi Spashtam iti Anyatra Vistaraha. So because this word asa is used, Sarvashishta Sammatatvat. All great scholars use this word asa. So it's taken a Tinganta Pratirupakam Avyayam. It mimics the form that asa, lakara asa. So asa is an avyayam, mimicking the form. So asa is an avyayam, avyayam, which mimics the lit lakara form, the lit form asa. Okay, let's do the lit form asa, how it came. Let's do that one and we'll move on. So this one asa, be prepared to see that lit prayogaha. Like itihasa. The word itihasa means history, right? Iti ha asa. So it was. So indeed it was. Iti ha asa. It's the same problem there. The word itihasa means iti ha asa. This is the way it really was. Iti ha asa. Okay, let's see if we can derive this form asa from dhatu as. So we should be able to do that. Again, this is only mimicking that form. It's not exactly that form because the moment you use lit lakara, that as should have become bhu by aste bhu. But if lit were to be allowed, then we will get this form. So as plus lit, as usual, we take parokshe lit. Parokshe lit. You want to try this one, Ben? What's the form can you get? Can you get us up to? Okay. First of all, we get the it sanya by halantyam upadesha nasika it. So only la remains. Then tip tajdi etc. This you're talking pratham purusha se ekavachanam. So we get the pratyaya tip, as plus tip. So let's do that one. Let's do step by step. So as the Tinganta Prakriya is the heart of the Panini Vyakaranam, because this one you can really practice all the interactions, Angakaram, Ityadi, Sarvam, Samyak Jnayate. So we can practice. So please pay attention to Tinganta Prakriya, because that is like, once you know Tinganta Prakriya well, then you will have no problem with the Prakriya part of the other formations also. So as plus tip. So what did we do over here? We remove the it letters. We did that by the usual upadesha nasika it, and by halantyam 133. Then we bought the sutram rasya tip tajji 3478. Now because it's a lit lakara, we can pratyaya null.
3482.
F82, very good. Prasna padanam null atus us etc. So because it's a lit lakara, as I mentioned, it's 3478 refers to a block of rules, not just 3478. I think I mentioned many times now. The moment you apply 3478 Tiptajji, see if there is any lakar sambandhi adesha. Lakar sambandhi adesha stivanava iti jnatavyam drashtavyam. So you do the pariksha of that. The remaining part of 3.4, don't leave 3478 until you examine the remaining of 7.4, depending on what lakara you have. 3478 only gives the defaults, but they will change immediately if the lakara has certain characteristics, So now we have to make it us plus the pratyaya null. Pratyaya null came here. The pratyaya null, of course, chutu halantyam, only the akara which is anubandha lope akara. Anubandha lope akara. Chutu halantyam. Only a remains behind. Now us plus null. Now we do liti dhatu anabhyasasya. Liti dhatu anabhyasasya. Liti dhatu anabhyasasya. Do the abhyasa karyam now. Abhyasa karyam. But now first of all, one question here is that why not do atopadhayaha first? Because here we have upadha is akara. So we have done atopadhayaha. But durvachane echi is that when abhyasa has to be done. Again, I'm sorry to go in details, but if you don't understand this, don't worry about it. Just take the asa and avyayam in the sense of the lit asa. But if you want to try to follow a little bit, I think we can do it in the next couple of minutes. Is this, see by the sutram atopadhayaha, this should have taken vritti. But pratyaya is, cha varga panchama or ta varga panchama is an it. In upadha takes vritti, upadha akara takes vritti, comes asa. But that we are not doing that here. Why are we not doing that here? Because dirvachane achi. Dirvachane achi means that any ajjadesha, which is done by a pratyaya, which is ajadi pratyaya, which is the cause for doing the abhyasa, that has to wait. Abhyase kartavye. One more time. No ajjadesha should be done by a pratyaya, which is ajadi pratyaya, which is dvitta nimittakaha, which is the cause, because the dvittam is coming because of null. The ajjadesha has to wait until abhyasa is done. Dirvachane achi. These are all important rules if you want to really follow the prakriya. So dirvachane achi come in 1.1. This is a paribhasha sutram. Dirvachane achi is 1.159. Dirvachane achi. Dirvachane achi. So now we will do abhyasa first. So 1.159 says do abhyasa first. Abhyasa, of course, is by 6.18. Iti dhaturanam abhyasasya. So let's do 1.159, 6.18. Now let's see where Vane can take us with that, and hopefully we can finish in the next couple of minutes. So now we get the us plus a. So we have done the abhyasa on the command of 1159 Dirvachanechi. Do abhyasa first, don't do ajadesha. Now what we can do, we can do haladishesha.
Next.
Haladishesha. Now we have a bit of a problem again, which is that if there's no other special rule, using our usual rules, we would have a problem. Because the fact that, what's the problem here when you think of the problem here? Because first we do haladishesha. The ending sakara in the abhyasa is gone. In the abhyasa, a hal can stay only if it is the first member. Not that the first hal stays. So that is why here the sakara is the first hal, which is not the first member in the abhyasa. So in the abhyasa bhagaha, so adir hal shishyate anye lupyante. So only the hal can only stay if it's the first member. Okay, now what's the problem here? Well, why not just do akasami dirgha and finish off the form asa?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because of the atogune. If you have a non-padanta akaraha, followed by a letter which has the guna sanya, then you'll get the pura paryoho ekadesha as a pararupam. If you did not have any other, if you don't have any other special rule, we'll end up with the form asa, not the form asa. Because atogune will come and then make it into program. So now we have to hunt for a form. This is how you learn more rules, is that the rules that we know so far, we have a problem now. We're going to get pararupam as ekadesha.
Ata adehe, sir.
Ata adehe, very good. Ata adehe is what you want to use. Ata adehe. In the abhyasa, these are, we have our usual rules. Samanya niyamaha. Tasya tatra adobhage. Vishesha niyamaha. So Vishesha Lakara Sambandhi Niyamaha. So we have see this, there is this lit Ata Adehe. Ata Adehe, 7470. 7470. It says that if you have the Adi Akaraha in the Abhyasa, which is Abhyasa of a lit Prayogaha, then becomes Dirgha. One more time. In the Abhyasa, if you have an Adi Akaraha, and this is a lit Prayogaha, then that Adi Akara becomes Dirgha. Ata Adehe. Ata adehe. So 74. Ata adehe. Ata adehe. So any new sutram repeated 4, 5, 10, 15, 20 times. Ata adehe. Abhyasasya adehe akarasya dirgha bhavati liti parataha. Ata adehe. Now we are saved. Now we are fine. So 7470. So 7470 finally applies, and now we can do akasami dirgha because we get a plus asa. And then now, so this was a special rule, 7470. Then of course, akasami dirgha, which of course all of you know, because note that without 7470, you would have had, without 7470, this 6197, which is atogune, would have applied to give a wrong form, to give an undesired form. Undesired form. Okay, so that is what finishes at once. So and then apply 7470 and then apply this one. So always know the domain of your rules. So which was the special rule that we used? There was only one special rule for the dhatu as, which is for not dhatu as, any adi akara, which is the ata adehe. So sheshaha samanya niyamaha. So this is sadharanaha. They're usual rules. There's nothing. All these rules are all general rules. Nothing special. All of these general rules. This one only ata adehe only applies when you have the adi akara in the abhyasa of lit prayogaha that takes dirgha. So otherwise, as I said, you would have had the atogune coming in, giving us the wrong form. So okay, if you don't understand all of this, don't worry about it. Accept the fact that the as is namjaha used in the form of, in the sense of the lit prayoga asa. So pradur asa means this mass of brilliance appeared. So kila is even the word khalu. So kila, khalu, you can go to apte, get some good meanings of kila or khalu. Let's see, this is khalu, will come in many places. Let's see, khalu. Kila, khalu means indeed, like might like ashcharya jyotakam might be meaning in wonder, might be, words in wonder, you can find khalu. Khalu. I should get all the form. Okay. So khalu means like indeed, what a wonder. Oh, like, just express surprise. So that could be also a thing of khalu. So let's see. Khalu.
Kali, kalu.
Khalu is here. A lot of means of khalu. Khalu means certainly, surely, indeed, now and then, conciliation, inquiry, so reason, prohibition. Okay. Sometimes also maybe vakya alankaraha, only to give, kind of beautify the sentence. Vakya alankaraha. So certainly, surely, verily, indeed. So this is kila, khalu. Similar. Okay, so that's easy. Which one is left now, Wayne, which you don't understand, this one?
Let's see.
Pramrujya. Pramrujya is dhatu mruj. Mruj is to rub. Mruj. So, mruj is to rub or to clean. Like, say, marjanam. Marjanam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, marjanam. So when you see a new dhatu, check all the forms of the dhatu. Some of them might be already known to you. Already known to you. So let's see the dhatu, word mruj. Mruj is a dhatu. Again, all these dhatus, you should try to make an effort to retain these dhatus in your mind, because, they do come, they are the basis of the whole language. So mruj, let's see, to sound, to wipe off, to wash off, to clean, to cleanse, to wipe clean, to rub, kind of to rub or to stroke. Here it is, rub, stroke. So mruj. So pramrujya, of course, is a lyap. Now, this is a bit of an interesting situation now here. Who is the samana karta here, Ben? Because this pratyaya lyap is used when the twa becomes lyap. Samana kartika yoho purva kale, and then you get the samasanyang purve khtvo lyap, which you see many examples in Saturday list. You see many examples of these already we have seen. So now find out the first next question is, who is the samana karta, and what is his, her, or their uttaravartini kriya. Who is samana karta here? Having rubbed their eyes. Who rubbing their eyes? Straightforward.
Sainika.
I mean, it's obvious, because having rubbed their eyes, it's clearly not. It's not Parashurama. It's not Rama.
Right.
It's not Dasharatha.
Right.
Sainika. Now, what's the uttaravartini kriya? This is the problem now. It's not really here. Because the only kriya for them we have is pradurrasa, which is not for them. This is singular form.
Right.
That, so this is for Parashurama. So only yah. So who? This problem comes when you make it into a passive form.
Right.
First thing you want to do is that you should make it an active form. That'll remove some confusion out. Remember this rule. If you have a lyap or a twa in the passive form, just make it a little bit clear for us. Make it an active form. That removes some of these problems. If you make this one active, so sainikaha nayanani vimrujya. That's what?
Apashin?
You can say rashim drishtavantaha apashyant. So having, this will be the form, is having rubbed their eyes, having kind of wiped up their eyes, they saw this mass of brilliance. But that word is not here.
Right.
Okay. Now, can you make this passive, which we just active, we are fine. Sainikaha nayanani vimrujya tejasaha rashim drishtavantaha. They saw. Make it passive now. So we should be that sainikaihi in the passive now. Nayanani vimrujya tejasaha rashihi, right? Should be drishtaha, was seen. So in English, having rubbed their eyes, the mass of light was seen by the soldiers in drishtaha. But the word drishtaha is not here. So what does Malinatha do? He says abhuditi sheshaha. Doesn't supply the word drishtaha. He says abhut. Now why does he do that, you think? Because normally speaking, when you have to supply a verb, you can only supply, a bhuartha dhatuhu, astyartha. So you can only be like, bhu,
Right.
Vrit, vidyate, vartate, bhavati, asti. You can always supply.
Okay.
So, like we say, Ramaha sarvashreshtaha. We say asid, babhuva, something else supply. You cannot supply something else. So that's the problem now. To supply something, he has to supply something which is in the sense of bhu. But that now spoils this samanartha. This is the one samanartha purva kale. So now you're stuck with this form vimrujya, which is nothing left in the uttaravartini kriya is not there now. Nayanani vimrujya, sainika is fine, rashi is fine, but then what? Abhut. No, abhut is not going with the sainika. Having rubbed their eyes. If you take this reading what Manasa has given, what will the meaning be? Having rubbed their eyes, the mass of brilliance was there. That doesn't make sense. Because this sainika, the uttaravartini kriya is not abhut. It means that they saw, or it was seen by them. So what you really would like to see is that Nayanani vimrujya sainikaihi tejasaha rashi drishtaha. But it's hard to supply that, because the other problem he's having is that he has to make a decision now. Can he supply the drishtaha and then break the other rule? Or can he? So what his decision is made here is that he says this one you can be a little bit flexible now.
Yeah.
So you can ignore the samana, kartika purva kale. He has sublated that rule. He sublated that rule, and he supplied abhud instead. So you have to. It is to be now understood that we understand the uttaravartini kriya is drishtaha, but it's not there. So we have to just kind of adjust for that. So this is the thing, that this samana kartika purva kale sometimes may not work like mathematics. It will work 80% of the time. It will be fine. Now, particularly in the passive, when this happens, you will find situations, where it may not work. So even in Gita, I'll not to spend more time. You can find examples in Gita also. You can find a situation where when this tva pratyaya become lyap, does not, the uttaravartini kriya is not exactly clear. You have to supply that. Maybe I'll give you a quick example in Gita also. Nyatyadhata rashthanaha kapi tisya janardana apamevashaya dasman hatvaita atatainaha. So nyatyadhata rashthanaha. So here it is. First part is fine. Nyatyadhata rashthanaha. Okay. So having killed the sons of Dhritarashtra, what pleasure would there be for us? Kapi tisya janardana. Also, so who is Samana Karta here? Is Pandavaha. So having killed the sons of Dhritarashtra, what joy would there be for us? Now this Syat is a singular form. It cannot go with Pandavaha as such. Because this Syat is what joy would there be. But it's with Naha, for us. So what's happening here literally is that this Nihatya, instead of having Uttaravartini Kriya, it's coming with this one over here. So you can change the sentence. Nyatadhata rashtran vayam. So kam pritim apnuyama. Change it now. So you have to make some adjustment. Is that having killed some Dhritarashtra, what joy would we get? Rather than saying what joy would there be for us, saying what joy would we get? This is the kind of you have to make very, because the problem is that this kriya syat, who's the karta of that? Priti, not Pandavaha. Not Pandavaha. Clearly not, because this is third person singular syat. The syat tasyaha kriyayaha karta priti, kartri, priti, not Pandavaha. But this nihatya clearly karta is Pandavaha. Obviously, because priti is not killing them. It's obvious, isn't it? The Pandavas are killing the Duryodhana, etc. So they are killing, but this kriya is not going with them. So you adjust it. Based on this naha, you adjust that now. So niyatadhata rashtran, vayam, make it vayam. Kam pritim, apnuyama. What job? Now apnuyama can go with the vayam. So this is the situation. So what I'm saying is that at least go the theoretical way. Try to find out. First of all, you should know what the samana karta is. That should be evident from the meaning of the sentence. Like here, having killed, it's clearly the Pandava. Nobody else. And naha is also coming over here. Asmakam. Has to be vayam. Vayam. So Samankarta has to be vayam. Same thing in Raghuvamsham what we have here is Samankarta has to be Sainikaha. Because having rubbed our eyes, it's not Parshurama, it's not Rama, not Dasharatha, it's Sainika only. Sainika. So now you have to look for a verbal form which will go with them. Siddhistaha. So sorry to spend, but it's interesting thing you encounter situation few times. Now one more thing here, which is, Papameva Shedasman Hatvaita Natatainaha. Remember this Gita verse, by the way. Remember this Gita verse. There are two, the first one we just talked about, Yatadhata Rashtranaha. So this Syat cannot go with Pandava. Now one more thing. Papameva Shedasman Hatvaita Natatainaha. So now having killed these desperados, sin would cling to us. Now the same thing here is having killed desperados, the sin is not killing. We are killing. So Hatvaitan Atatainaha, so having killed these desperados, right? Then sin would cling to us. So the karta of ashrayed is the papam. It's purpose singular. While the hatva clearly is vayam. So now we have a problem here because hatva is implying samana karta. There has to be samana karta on the other side. But it is not there because clearly papam is the karta of ashrayet. So we have to change this now. In English, having killed these desperados, sin would cling to us. So change it now. Having killed desperados, we would obtain sin. Like that. So you have to make it something like that. So you have to make it so hatvaita natatayanaha vayam. Again same thing. Papameva apnuyama. You only get sin. Something like that. You have to change it. Okay. So Gita 1.36. Now here also the problem, because the problem Mulyanatha is having here is that you want to get the Uttaravartini Kriya should be dhatu drish in one way or form. Clearly. The Kriya should be really drish. Because having wiped their eyes, they saw that form. It is obvious. So then you have, if it's a passive form, then it should be Rashi Drishtaha. What is Rashi masculine or feminine? Let's see what Rashi is. I think it might be both genders. Let's see. Because it depends on Rashi now, because Rashi is feminine, become Drishta. If the Rashi is masculine, become Drishta. So let's see, Rashi is Rashi is not there. What's the problem? Rashi. What's happening here? Why is Rashi not coming up here? Okay, let me go. Rashi should be coming.
Rashi is there.
Okay, well, why is it not coming over? Why is it not coming
in Apte dictionary? It's there.
I think I mistyped. Okay, it's there. I mistyped. Sorry, I mistyped. It's coming here. I'm sorry. Rashi. Let me go back here. Rashi. So Rashi is masculine, is it? Not feminine. Masculine. Then make it Drishtaha then. So you have to qualify Rashi. So if Rashi is masculine, you have to make it Rashi. Okay, it's masculine form, I guess. Both masculine and feminine, both. Okay, so I was right. Masculine and feminine, both. So, so Pullingi api, Strillingi api, Striyam api. So Pumsi api, Striyam api. Okay, then what we would like to have is see the word Drishtaha or Drishta. But to supply that on our own is a little bit of a stretch. So what Mulyanatha has done, he supplied the word Abhut with the understanding that we have to somehow accommodate this Prapratyaya. Okay, enough said. Maybe what I will put in the document is that the so Vimurujya, Nayanani Vimurujya. So having Nayanani Vimurujya. What is Vimurujya? What do we have? Pramrujya. What do we have in the shloka? Nayanani Pramrujya. Sorry, Pramrujya. Having rubbed their eyes. Nayanani Pramrujya. So Pramrujya. So Sainikaihi. So Tejasaha. You can say Rashi. Tejasaha Rashi, and we should really may have expected more like a Drishtaha, Athva Drishta. So instead of Abhut, so that maybe that would have been more expected. So put that here. Now, so tva pratyaya, you have to make some adjustments. So Gita shlokaha is one. Remember shloka in Gita. That next time you have a problem with the tva pratyaya, making the connection, making it work, fit nicely. Look at Gita 1.36. 1.36. So all right. So let's move on. Gita 1.36. Put that in there. 136. Okay, man. Let's see what do we have left here now. So there's one more. There's one compound here. Lakshaniya Purushakriti. Vigrahavakyam Dattam Tikayam. So it says Lakshaniyaha. Within the Vigrahavakyam, he has given a Paryaya Shabda. So let's see that for time being. Lakshaniya Purushakriti Yasya Saha Rashi. In fact, I have the Rashi already is here. So Saha is already given Saha. Saha Tathoktaha Rashi. Tathoktaha means it's an adjective. So the Rashi was of what kind? Of this kind. Means Rashi which had the shape. Akriti is a shape of form. Striyam said after skru. Akru is to give shape. Akriti. Lakshaniya Purusha. Means Bhavaniya. Chintaniya. So means it had this form of a Purusha who was worth being contemplated on, worth being thought of. So it was a Purusha worth looking at. So it came in the form of a man who was worth looking at, who was beautiful. You can say Lakshaniya Bhavaniya. Laksha is to target. Lakshaniya is a Kritya Pratyaya, the Aniya Pratyaya. So Lakshaniya, of course, the Sadhikar of Krityaha, very quickly is that in the first Krit Pratyaya which Panini takes up is the Krityaha. Kritya, what we call the potential participles. So Lakshetum Yogya. Lakshetum Yogya. So Krityaha Prangalaha. And the very first sutram is Tavyat Tavya Aniyaraha. Aniyaraha. So Aniyar Pratyaha. Lakshaniya. So 3196. I put the document, straightforward derivation. Laksha. Now Lakshati I think is a niche pratyaya has to be used. So what do you want to show it first when? Laksha. So really have to add Laksha. I think pratyaya is 10th gana Lakshayati. You can double check that in Apte. Laksha should be 10th gana. I think you remember correctly. Laksha is 10th gana. Because when you say 10th gana, you have to add the pratyaya niche immediately. So Swarthe niche. So it's nitya karyam Laksha. Sorry. Laksha. Okay, Laksha. See if you can get Laksha. I think it is a 10th gana dhatu. Laksha. Laksha. There it is. Laksha. Okay, Laksha. Oh, it's also first gana also. Lakshate, Lakshitaha. Okay, also 10th gana. And in this online update, I mentioned there's a typo in this. All these 10th ganas will become 1U. Should be 10U. All of these 10 gana dhatu in the update online. For some reason, they made this typo. Should be 10, not 1. Should be 10. Lakshayati, Lakshayate, Lakshit. So if the niche, we take it to the 10th gana, then you have to add a niche pratyaya, make it Lakshi. And in then make,
Apte's dictionary also it says first gana Atmanepada.
I have that. That's here. That is fine.
Oh, okay. Then we have the 10th one.
Next one, that's the 10 is made of 1. Everywhere in the dictionary, all the 10 you may made 1 use. For some reason. That's the typo everywhere. Sarvatra, everywhere. So anyway, if you want to make the 10th gana, you have to add the pratyaya niche and make it niche by the Swarthe niche, Suradipsho niche, and then make it Lakshi. Make it Lakshi, and then to that you can add the Lakshi, and then add then you can add the pratyaya Aniya, and then what sutram do you use any chance when? Remove the niche by what sutram? Aniyar, of course.
Nerniti?
Yerniti, very good. Anidadav vardhadhatu kapare nedvapasyat. Anytime you have a niche pratyaya followed by pratyaya which has a sanya of ardhadhatukam, that pratyaya does not have idagamaha, is not a valadi pratyaya, cannot take idagamaha, then the niche takes lopaha, aniyar, and then so we get lakshaniya. Of course, you do napsam after that, make it by 842. Halantyam, usual rules. We won't repeat those again. So Lakshaniya. Lakshani means worth perceiving, worth looking at. So Lakshaniya. So what we use over here? We used Niraniti. Niraniti was the main sutram, 6451. And of course, we use the halantyam for the aniyar pratyaya. Halantyam, only the aniyar remains. Yeah. And then finally we use the nattam, lakshaniya. So we use the atkapani vavaya api 8 for lakshaniya. If you don't take the 10th gana, it's straightforward. Laksha plus aniya, nothing to add on niche. Lakshaniya, bhavaniya. So learn these words. The bhavaniya means bhu is to bhav, bhu plus niche. So bhavaniya is bhu plus niche becomes bhavi. So bhavaniya is word content. So bhu plus niche. So bhu causative. You can look in Aptej here also. So bhu in the causative has the meaning of to, it's like bhavana, the contemplation feeling. So to contemplate on. So literally bhu plus niche means to cause to be. To cause to be. But that cause to be takes the meaning also of to contemplate, to meditate on something, or think of something. So bhavaniya. So if you take dhatu bhu and look at the meaning in Apte for the a lot of me he'll give, but if you look at the bhu in the causative, he'll give the meaning of to contemplate on. This is a bad example because too many meanings here. But yeah, I think because dhatu bhu appears in many places. So bhu, if you take bhu, let's see if I can find it quickly. Okay, I'm sorry, this is a bad way to search this one, but we'll find it. So dhatu bhu plus, see, because bhavaniya, bhu as was added, niche was being bhavi, then aniya was being added in bhavaniya. Look at the dhatu bhu and dhatu bhu with the pratyaya niche. Look at the causative forms here now. We have the niche, bhavaniya, here causative, bhavayati, causative. To cause to be, to become, to call into being, to bring to your mind, to call into being, to cause, produce, to manifest, to foster, to cherish, to support. Te deva bhavayantu vaha. Also in Gita examples, to support, to think or to reflect. This is the one. Think, reflect, to consider, to fancy, to imagine, to look upon, to regard, to meditate. So this is the to cause to be means also to cause to can bring to mind, so to speak. So it comes in Gita, right? Parasparam bhavayantaha. So te deva bhavayantu vaha, chapter 3. So bhavayantaha. Need to support also. So these you have to get these meanings from the usage. So bhu in the causative has the meaning, literal meaning is to cause to be, also means to support, to also to think, to reflect on something. So lakshaniya means bhavaniya, to think bhavaniya. So now what has happened here is that this is a bahuvrihi compound because the akriti, yasya saha. So what is being is that the lakshaniya is qualifying akriti. So purushasya akriti, purushakriti. The straightforward compound did not give vigraha vakyam for that. So notice that he did not give vigraha vakyam for purushakriti. It's a straightforward form. So straightforward form. If you want to look at the whole samasaha, purushasya akritihi iti purusha akritihi, lakshaniya purusha akritihi yasya saha lakshaniya purusha akritihi rashihi. The rashi. So purusha akriti is a straightforward compound, shashitat purushaha. Then make bahuvri from that is that lakshaniya purusha akriti yasya saha tathokta abhut. We'll try to translation now. Listen, you get everything. Chirat is, chirat is after a while. So chiram is after this word chirat. They use adverbially. This chira means, Vavami nachirat partha comes in Gita. Vavami nachirat partha maya vishichetasam, chapter 12. Maya mana adasamani buddhin niveshaya. Nivasishyasi mayeva. So nachirat means quickly. Nachirat, I think Gita also comes, achira also comes in Gita. Nachirat, achirat. So this chirat, Bhavami nachirat partha. So very quickly, nachirat means quickly. Chirat means after a while. Chirat is after a while. So this is used adverbially. Okay, so we'll try a translation when you go first.
So in the same shloka we have sapadi, which is like
yes.
Immediately.
What happens? Let's look at that. Yeah, that's the context. A little bit kavya moving. Good point. We have sapadi here, means tatkalam, takshanam, and then we have
immediately,
chirat.
And then after a while.
So what happens is that the meaning is that the glow of light appeared instantaneously.
Right.
And then the soldiers, having rubbed their eyes, after a while, they realized it was the shape of a man. Okay. So this one, this Purushakriti it came chirat. When the light manifested instantaneously. So because the soldiers didn't know what was going on, they had to rub their eyes and give it kind of a good look.
Okay.
Then they found that after a while, they realized this is actually the form of a person.
Lakshaniya.
Okay, so let's see if I can look at the shloka here. Okay, let's see what he has given. So it is said. What could that be?
Tata. That's in the.
No. In the shloka. What could be that it is said? What will be? It is said. We can stack these guys. Let me see if we stack them for you, Van. Since you have to rub your eyes, Van. You have to rub your eyes so you can see. Let me see. I can do a stacking job for you. So let me see. So. No, pretty good. I got it. Okay. No, it is said. What is it is said is what? Kilo. I think kilo or kalu.
Oh.
So yeah, I think that's the translation, man. Because kilo, kalu, indeed. So it was. What a surprise. I think it is said. So it is said that there is a kalu. A heap. What is a heap?
Heap is, I guess, Tejas, Rashi. So Tejas has the light.
Yeah. So heap is Rashi.
Rashi
light
and Tejas.
So arose and appeared.
Arose is Uttitaha and appeared is Pradurasa.
Okay, forgot. Did we do the Uttitaha last time in the class? I'm sorry. We did it last time in the class. Uttitaha. Uttitaha we did last time in the class. Dhatu was Ut plus Stha. And the important sutram here is that the Stha, the Sakara becomes a Thakaraha. It's the Pura Savaranaha, which is Udastha Sambhoho. We did in the class last time. So please refer to that one. Because in the form Uttitaha, Stha becomes Sthita. And then the Sakara of that Sthita takes the Pura, so becomes Pura Savaranaha, becomes Takaraha, Uttitaha. Okay, so let's go back to translation. Okay.
Sadeshi, Kalpesh here.
Yes, Kalpesh.
This Uttitaha, I've seen a double Takara form also. Is it by Anachicha?
No. We'll go through it. This is just because we use the Jarojari Savarne after that.
Okay, so Jarojari Savarne, but so Anachicha is not required, right?
No, don't require it. No, you don't require that. No, because the form should be Uttitaha. It should be two Thakas to begin with. Then we use the
Jarojari Savarne.
Remove one Takara, yes.
Yeah. But do we get Anachicha also or no?
Anachi can also be used. Anachi can always be used, but you don't need. But you already have two Takaras already.
Yeah.
So it's like this, It's Uttita is like this. Uttita, the Tha becomes Tha. And then we use the Jarojari Savarne, make it Uttita. But one thing is that you should not put double Takara, by the way. Double Takara should not be, because Bhattoji makes the point, Siddhanta Kaumudi actually, Bhattoji makes the comment, is that if you want to keep the double form, it should be Takara only, because that Kharicha has already gone by now. Because Kharicha is 8455. So you cannot go to Kharicha now and make it into Takara. So this is wrong. So this will be wrong. Uttitaha will be wrong like this. If you write this is wrong. This is the wrong form. Because that you cannot make this Takara into by Kharicha and make it Takara now. So this only came by 8461. So you cannot go back to 8455. If you look at Siddhanta Kaumudi, he'll make the point. If you look at Siddhanta Kaumudi under the form this Udasta Sambhoho, then in that one you can look at the Bhattoji makes the point that if you have to give the Takaraha, you cannot do Kharicha.
Okay.
It's just Takara. So otherwise it'll be so this one. So either the two forms are either this one is fine, Uttita, or the more usual form, which is this one, Uttita. This is form. So this one is correct. So this is by 8465 Jarojari Savarne, and we used 8461 here, which is the Udastasam Purvasya. That is a special rule for Stha and Stham. Know the domain of each rule. Know how specific. The more specific the rule, the more effort you have to make to remember it. The more specific the rule, the more effort you have to make to remember it, because it will not come that often. Udastasambha purvasya is only for stha and stambha. So these are the rules that you have to make some extra effort to remember them, to recall them. Because the sutram like, jarojari, savarne, they come all the time. I mean, even that's not very common, but it does come many times. So the smaller the domain, the more you have to remember this form, okay? This rule. Okay, so let's see when can continue. We are almost done with this. Okay, let me bring up the translation, the sloka also. So, alright, next one is, he said, so arose is uttitaha and appeared is pradur rasa. So, the combined meaning, pradur rasa. Asa is to be, pradur is to manifest, as we say the gatisanya. So, pradur rasa is arose. Okay, take it in front of the army.
In front of the army is Vahini Mukhe.
Tenagre Vahini Mukhe. All of a sudden
is Sapadi.
Sapadi Avyayam, which is what?
Yaha.
Yaha. After a long time.
After Chirat.
Chirat. Became visible. Now where is that now? That is the one.
I guess the Father also again.
That is not visible to us. So that is, he is correct. Because he has to put that in translation. And Mulinatha, see, that's the problem. He puts abhut here. That's the abhut in the sense of, drishtaha. So became visible is the drishtaha. You supply that. Okay, in a human form is lakshaniya purushakti. Purushakriti.
Okay, so he missed Lakshaniya completely.
Yeah, Lakshaniya he has missed out. Yeah, he missed out that.
Yeah, completely.
In a human form, which is worth.
Human form, Purusha Akriti.
Like maybe we can say in a beautiful human form, maybe in a human form which is worth contemplating on, so that that one, Lakshaniya has been missed out. So when you do your homework, you can tell when they sometimes miss out. This is a very good translation.
Yeah.
Anyway, so in a human form, it's Purushakriti. Then to the soldiers,
Sainikaihi,
seen by the soldiers really, when they had rubbed.
When they rubbed their eyes. Nayanani pramujya.
Pramujya is having
Literally, they having rubbed their eyes. Okay.
So having rubbed their eyes, this was seen by them. So I know we're doing a little bit slow in the class, but I think the more homework you do, the more detail you do, the more confidence you get. So even though we're getting it slow, hopefully these concepts you'll remember when you study other things, because these are going to repeat themselves many times. How to adjust the krapatya, that's one is the important thing we saw in the shloka. Now let me read the translation from Devdarji and see what he says. He says, instantly there arose a mass of light, that instantly of course is Sapadi, appearing before his armed host, Vahini Mukhe, which is Yaha, after a long time is Chirat. As the soldiers wiped their eyes, Pramujjanayanani Sainikaihi, appeared to assume a human form. He also missed it. Huh. Even he doesn't give Lakshaniya. What's going on here? What's the problem? In fact, let me look at the Hindi translation. Let's try that one. He says the Vyakshya Anvayaha यह सैनिकैहि बहुत देर के बाद पुरुष के रूप में दिखा दिया. Again,
पुरुष के रूप में.
You also missed it?
I guess. Yeah. Oh my God, 3 people.
सैनिकों ने आंखें मिलाकर देखा बहुत देर के बाद पुरुष के रूप में दिखा. 3 people have missed it.
Yeah. Wow.
Hold on. Let me find one. Let's hope we're not missing any. We are not missing anything here. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I have one more translation here. Let me have I also have a translation in Marathi, which is very good, by the way. I have that. Let me check that one. Lakshaniya Purushakriti. Because Lakshaniya clearly is given Bhavaniya. So what is the problem here? Lakshaniya Sundara Purusha. Okay. That is given. Okay. So anyway, this is all 3 of them is the Lakshaniya. I think what it might mean, what I'm afraid to say, is that they have taken from one person translation they have taken, and others just copied that, I think. It's possible.
Yeah.
Because they have taken one translation and others may have just kind of mimicked that a little bit, You have to be careful. Better do your own homework if you can.
Do you think the translators would study the original and come up with this themselves?
No, what happened is when there's a good translation available, when they make just Hindi out of the English, So that could be possible.
Okay.
So in that case, if the English missed it, then the Hindi also missed it then.
Okay, so the Hindi person does not really know Sanskrit.
No, we don't know that. We don't. But the fact that they all missed it makes me suspect.
Yeah,
Shanka jayate, right?
yeah.
So that they all. So anyway, whatever it is, we don't know that, but we have to make sure. Okay, so we did this one in detail. Let's do the next one now. Pitryam ansham upavita lakshanam matrikancha dhanururjitam dadat yassa soma iva gharma didhitihi sadvijibha iva chandana dramaha Pitryam ansham upavita lakshanam matrikancha dhanururjitam dadat yassa soma iva gharma didhitihi sadvijibha iva chandana dramaha Ekavaram Pitryam ansham apavita lakshanam matrikancha dhanururjitam dadat yassa soma iva gharma didhitihi sadvijibha iva chandana dramaha. Look at the chela for us. Slide when. It's already given down here. It's not hard. It's already given down here. So first will be
Pitryam.
Pitryam ansham
Upavita
lakshanam matrikam cha dhanururjitam is a compound.
Urjitam.
It's a compound. It's a compound. Because if you take dhanu with pruthak padam, dhanu will become either the karma or it can be the prathama or dvitiya. It will not fit either way. Why not fit either way? Because the karta here is yaha. Yaha tejo rashi. Shakriti tejo rashi. Already karta already is here. So he's in prathama. Prathama already is here done yatha. Yaha. Dvitiya is ansham. So making dhanuhu as a pruthak padam. Here you don't know if dhanu is pruthak padam or not. Because dhanur is the pradipadikam dhanus. It becomes dhanuhu also in prathama dvitiya by samanapum sakata. So atra samasta padam asti vanava najjayate. So as mentioned in the class many times, is when there is a padam which can be a pruthak padam with the same form, samanurupam. Athva samasantargatam padam api samanurupam. Tarhi sandeha jayate. So like all avyas can be in that category. But they have their suprathetics look anyway by the avyadap supaha. So when you have, like when you say Devi Mukham. Now Devi Mukham, that Devi could be pruthak padam. Could be Devyaha Mukham, could be Samasa also. Because Devi is the Prathama Ekavachanam of Devi Pradipadikam. So bottom line is that if you have a term which can stand outside and take the same form, now you have an issue, which is what we have here. Because Dhanuhu could have been Prathama Dvitiya Ekavachanam. It could be also Samasantargatam. So in this case, now, how do you resolve the issue? Look at the commentary. What does the commentary say when?
Actually, Dhanurjitam.
Dhanusha urjitam. So the commentary will tell you it is a samasaha. So Dhanusha urjitam is what Malinatha says. So that now resolve the issue for us. Because Dhanusha Titiya. It was prominent. Urjitam is where Urjan come in Gita. Yajad vibhutimat sattam Srimad Urjitam eva Tattadeva vagachattam tejomsha sambhavam. The also word Ansha is coming there also. It turns out the word Ansha is coming there also. 10th adhyaya, the last, I think, couple of verses. Yajad vibhutimat sattam Srimad Urjitam eva Tattadeva vagachattam mama tejomsha sambhavam. Athava bahunaitena. There it is, Urjitam. So Urjitam is Urja. Urj means to be powerful or strong or prominent, outstanding. So Yajyad Vibhutimat Sattam. So anything Vibhutimat which is glorious, Srimad, prosperous, Urjitam Evava, is very prominent. Tatta Devavagachattam Mama Tejam Sambhavam. So each one of those, understand them to be a part of my manifestation, coming from part of me. So whatever there is, Yajyad Sattam. Sattam is anything which is Vibhutimat, which is glorious, Srimad, prosperous, Urjitam, again glorious, I guess. So Urjitam, which means that, prominent, then that, all of that you understand to be a part of me, coming from a part of me. So Urjitam comes in Gita, Urjitam. So now this is a compound word, so that because the Mulyata gives Dhanusha, Urjitam, Dhanusho, Urjitam. So okay, let's continue. Dhanurjitam.
Dadat.
Okay.
Yaha.
Yaha.
Sasoma.
Sasomaha. Sasomaha.
Oh, Sasoma.
The fact that the ikar has not taken adgunaha, there must be something happening here. Like Arjuna Vacha, Dhritarashtra Vacha, because of Purvatara Siddham, this will not take adguna anymore. So, Sasomaha.
Samaha.
Iva.
Gharmadi.
Gharmadi. Gharmadi. Diditihi is, anybody chants, anybody of you chant the Lalita Sahasranama Stotram? So it comes in Lalita Sahasranama Stotram. Diditihi. Namajjanatamo Guna. Comes in Lalita Sahasranama Stotram. If you chant that, you see the form Diditihi comes here. Namajjanatamo Guna. Nakha Diditi Sanchanna. Nakha Diditi Sanchanna Namajjanatamo Guna. So the Devi is the one who, by the luster of her nails, Nakhadiditi, Sanchanna, Namajjana Tamoguna. So those who bow down to her, she removes their Tamoguna by the luster of her nails, the rays of her nails. So Nakhadiditi, Sanchanna, Namajjana Tamoguna. Namajjana means those are bowing down to her. So Nakhadiditi, Sanchanna, Diditi. We're going to form this, we're going to get this form later. Maybe we can take Kalpesh's help maybe. Diditi means luster. So, or means rays in this case. So gharma is like warm. Gharma also means warm. Also means sweat also means. Gharma means warm. So Chandown, so Chandown Shah means like, they give this name for the sun and the moon. The moon is called Himanshu. So Himanshu is, one who has cool rays. Chandanshu. Chandanshu is one who has like, intense rays or hot rays. So Gharmadhiditihi, and he will give the, I think down here, Suryaha. Okay, Gharmadhiditi. It's also a compound word. So, compound word. So this will be a compound. What kind of compound will this be? Ovary compound. One whose rays are hot, warm. One whose rays are hot. So if you look at the compound, it says Gharmadhiditi is Gharmaha Didhitayaha. Yasya saha Gharmadhiditihi is one whose rays are hot. Gharmadhiditihi. Okay, next one.
So from Gharma, in Hindi it became just Garam. Okay.
Garam, yes, Garam, very good.
Garam became Ga. Okay.
So that's it. Garam becomes Garam. Correct. Exactly. Very good. Garam becomes Garam in Hindi. So, Sadvijivvaha. Sadvijivvaha. So this is Jivvaha. Jivvaha is a Bahubari compound, like Saputraha, like So this is Saha has become Sa. So it is Dvijivvena Saha Vartate. It is Sa Dvijivvaha, one which is with a snake. This Bahubari compound is Saha becomes Sa. We're going to look at Sutra shortly, but this is a common Bahubari compound, one who's with something else. Jnanam teham savijnanam idam vakshami sheshataha yajñatva munis. So Nehabu, I think chapter 7 of Gita. I think chapter 7 maybe numbers. I think the second shloka of Gita, chapter 7 is chapter 7 of Gita. I think the second shloka itself will give that is here. Jnanam teham savijnanam. Savijnanam jnanam. So vijnanena saha vartate, it is sa vijnanam jnanam. I'll tell you, knowledge with practical applications. Sa vijnanam. So saying sa dvijivvaha. These are all Bahubari compounds. We're going to see the sutram shortly. But the sutram here in Bahubari, there are only very few sutras are there. Very easy to spot one. And Panini has a special sutra for this. Panini has, and that one is this one here. Before here is Tena sahiti tulyarthe. Tulya yoge, sorry. Tena sahiti tulya yoge. When two things participate in action together, some action, then you can use the word saha to make a Bahubari compound. Saputraha pita agacchati. So the father comes with his son. So, it is in Gita, Jnanam Savijnanam Jnanam Vakshami. Tell on with that. So, okay, we'll look at that one shortly. And then Iva, of course, Andriyam. This is also straightforward. Chandana Dramaha also is a Karmadharya compound. It's qualifying Dramaha Dharya compound. Okay, now he supplied the word Sthitaha. So that Rashihi. Who is qualifying? Yaha Rashihi. So Lakshaniya Purusha Kritihi Rashihi. So Sthitaha was situated there, was standing there. So this Rashi was standing there of this form. So this, now let's say some grammar. Kalpesh, you are there? So let me take your help. So if you are there. Form Dadat. Dadat. How do you take the form Dadat? Dadat is a Shatru Pratyaya. Because in Gita, you have this, in the string of them in the chapter 5 you have, which is, this one is Pashyan, Shunman, Svishan, Jigran, Nashnan, Gachan, Sapanshvasan, Parapan, Decision, Grinhan, Nishan, Nimishan, Nabi, Indriya, here it is. Pashyan, Shunman, Svishan, Jigran, Nashnan, Gachan, Sapanshvasan, Parapan, Decision, Grinhan, Nimishan, Nabi. All of these are present participles. Shatupratyan Shabdaha. Parantu atra nakara drishyate. Kasma dadat iti rupe nakarantam nasti. Nakara nasti ante. Because Pashyan, Shunman all have nakara at the end. Okay. This is also prathama ekvachanam pullinge. Now the form dadat is the same. Of course, we're going to go through the derivation of dadat. But why did dadat not take the nakara at the end? That's my question. The dadat form is why it didn't make. So let's form dadat first very quickly. So dadat is from dhatu dha. Dadat means bearing. If you chant rudram, who was chant rudra prashnaha, it comes vibradagahi. Pinakam vibradagahi. Vibrat pinakam. So holding the come to us, with your pinaka bow. I think something like that comes in rudram. So pinakam vibradagahi. Oh. Vibrat, same thing. It didn't become vibran. This becomes dadan. So now what is stopping that num agama coming over here? So let's form dadat first. So what dadat is skipping some steps. Will take us in 2 minutes. So we can take the dhatu dha. So dha has taken the pratyaya kshatru. It means first you bring the lat lakala. Then by 3 to 123. In place of lat comes shatru. By lat shatru shana cha pratama samadhikarane. Lat shatru shana cha va pratama samadhikarane. So shatru and shanach, the present participles, can come in place of lat. In place of lat. So within that, we say, normally left parasmay padam, but tangana atmane padam. So shanach will be used when you have an apmanipadi dhatu, and shatru will be used when you have prasapadi dhatu, because left parasapadam. So as a default, all la adeshas get the parasapadam sanya, but then tangana apmanipadam. So the ana and tang, they become apmanipadam. So here we have used 3, 2, 123, 124. Vartamane lat shatashana chav pratama samadhikarane. And the problem is that this sutram says pratama samadhikarane. But you have pratama samadhikarane, we do have your dadat. And how do we do that? You use the vyakhyanam. Vyakhyanam says is that the prastham was vartamane lat, but even then again Pani says lata shatushana cha pratama samadhikarane. So why repeat lat again? So atideshartham. Sometimes it can also be pratama samadhikarane. Either that, or you have to find one of the meanings below that. What I'm talking about is, I hope I didn't lose you there, is this, we did vartamane lat, then we use the sutram lata shatushana cha va pratama samadhikarane, but that says a pratama samadhikarane. The form dadat is the prathama ekvachanam. And what do we do there? So then we have to use the vyakhyanam, which says that because latiti vartamane punar lat grahanam kvachit prathama samadhikarane api. You can take that, or we have to take it in one of these meanings down, if you can fit it one of them down there. So 3 to 124 vyakhyanam, so don't be surprised if you see, in fact Gita we just saw them all. Pashyan, Shunman, Pushan, Jigran, all of them are pratama samadhikarane. So now we need to look at the vyakhyanam 3 to, so keep this one in mind. The vyakhyanam 3 to 124 is going to help us out here. It says that, let's look at the Vyakhyanam, is, okay. So, Pratama Samadhikarana. This is Lat iti vartamane. Punar lat grahanam, this typo here. Adhika vidhanartham. Kvachit pratama samadhikarane api bhavati. This is Vyakhyanam. Kvachit pratama samadhikarane api bhavati. So when you have pratama samadhikaranam, use this Vyakhyanam, and we can do that. Kvachit pratama samadhikarane api bhavati. So, okay. Now the next step is of course remove the it letters, which is Now this is the third gana dhatu, juhotyadi ganaha. So kartari shap would come, but then juhotyadi shluhu. Juhotyadi, this take a special illusion called shlu. Well, now why do we need that? Because we do the abhyasa. We cannot do abhyasa until we bring the shlu in there. Shlu. So I think this should be in the juhotyadi shluhu. So by 2475, that shlu is a special illusion. Because, pratyasha luk shlu lupaha. When the shlu is done, you cannot do any angakaryam based on the shlu. So we use 2475, and then use the sutram shlau. So I think shlau, which is coming in 619. So the abhyasaha is shlau. So when the shlu illusion is done, it causes abhyasaha. Even before all of that, remind you that the kartari shap can only come sarvadhatuke. The pratyaya shatru has sanya sarvadhatukam by ting shit sarvadhatukam. So you always check that. Make sure it's kartari. Make sure it's before bringing the shap. Make sure it's kartari sarvadhatuke. Okay. So bringing all that in that, now we just put some steps together here. The dha, dha, and then of course the at. So we remove these letters by the shapatadite and by upadesha and nasika it. Okay. Then we got the kartari shap sarvadhatuke. Kartari shap sarvadhatuke. Tat paschat juhotyadi shluh. The taken shlu illusion. And then after that we used 6110 for which is shlau. 6110 shlau. Do the abhyasa. So now do the usual abhyasa karyam. That much you can verify that. This is going to be the Rasvaha, and then in Tripadi you go to Abhyase Charcha. When you go to Tripadi, you're going to get Abhyase. You can do it later. You can do it now because you can also do Abhyase Charcha. And the now between the Dha and the Yat, Akar Lopa. Any chance you took them? Oh, Akar Lopa. We want Akar Atra Akar Lopa Ishyate. So let's just form the okay. So if you make the that like this. So this one I want to take this down here. So what we need now is the akar lopa. If you make it dha dat, that'll do make it from the datta. So the sutram is the shnabhyasto rataha. Shnabhyasto rataha. So when you have the abhyasta mangam ubhay abhyastam, then in that case the pratyaya following is kitnit pratyaya. In that case we'll get the akar lopa. So let's first make it dakar over here. Swaha abhyase charcha. Also make this dakara here. By shnabhyasto rataha tadatta. So what have we used? We used the rasvaha. Then in tripadi karyam, we're going to use it later on. Is abhyase charcha. Then shnabhyasto rataha. These are all important rules which unfortunately cannot really skip them because you need to know how this form came. So Snabhyasto rataha will be here. Here Snabhyastayo rataha. So this is called Sutra 64122 112. Snabhyasto rataha. You have to practice. There's no other way of retaining these unless you practice and hopefully teach somebody else. That's the only way you can retain. Shnabhyasto rataha says shna iti etasya, which you don't have, but abhyasthanam anganam akarasya lopa bhavati sarvadhatuke, which you do have, kiniti parataha. So 64112 is akar lopa. Then we got the form dadat. Dadat we call 64112. Now the question is that we have to decline this form because this pratyaya shatru is a krit pratyaya. So we had to do this. Remember this, lakara when it comes, all the lakaras are krit pratyaya. Only when the tipta ji come, we get ting, shit, sarvadhatukam, and krit ting. So all lakaras have these, they are krit pratyaya, and they also have samnya of ardhadhatukam. But when tipta ji comes in there, what happens is because ting, shit, sarvadhatukam becomes a sarvadhatuka sanya, and krud ating. So that one says that when ting pratyaya comes, it will not be a kridanta. It better not be. If krit pratyaya comes, you'll get the pratipadika sanya. It has to be declined. Krita is the samasascha. So now this one went from lat to shatu directly. Tipta ji never came in there. That's why I said never skip any steps. From lat came shatu directly. So this is going to have the krit pratyaya sanya, krit sanya, and also sanya of but interesting, this one is going to be sarvadhatuka sanya, because see that this has ting shit sarvadhatukam. Because we use the Sutram 64112 required sarvadhatuke. So pratyaya shatru does have the sarvadhatuka sanya because of ting shit sarvadhatukam. So this pratyaya is a krit pratyaya, but it also has sanya of sarvadhatukam. So so that's now we can use krit samasascha pratipadika sanya and declining it. Pratyaya su comes in there because it's qualifying rashi, yaha rashi. So now dadat plus su. So when we do that, so we use dadat plus su. So anyway, the important sutram here was this one shnabhyasto rataha. Because again, remember the domain of each rule. What is the domain of each rule? It's only applies to the abhyasta angam if you have, and you're going to become shnab when you have. So dadat plus take the pratyaya su, because we got krit is the samasascha, and then of course 412. So just after that we will remove the ukaraha by upadeshadana nasika it, and then also the sakara by halni abhyo dirgha sutisya pruktam hal. But the question comes is that why not any num agamaha with the sham sarvanama sthaniya dhatu? That's the main question here is why not in num agamaha but with the sham sarvanama sthaniya dhatu? We say gachan, pashyan, all we say num agamaha, pashyat plus u. So with the sham sarvanama sthaniya dhatu, why not num? Anybody can answer that question? Why not num? That is the important question here. Why not num agamaha? Because this num agamaha, again what you can do is that below this with the sham sarvanama sthaniya dhatu must be some nishedha there. Some nishedha. No numagama has been done, and that comes over here. Nabhyasta chatuhu. Nabhyasta chatuhu. Na abhyasta chatuhu. If you have an abhyastamangam, ubhay abhyastam, which we do have, because dad is the abhyastamangam. So dad at we have. So that shatru pratyaya is following an abhyastamangam. So abhyasta chatuhu. So the shatu, the shatu is shashti ekvajanam of shatru, by the way. The shatu is shashti ekvajanam of shatru. It will not take the na. So num na bhavati. So this na abhyastat shatu, and shatu is shatru iti etasya shashti ekvajanam. So na abhyastat shatu is the one that you want to remember here. So abhyastamangam will only be dadat, bibhrat, so it will not become dadan, bibhran like that. Next time, if you chant Rudra Prashna, if you chant any time when you go to a temple, you see the word bibhrat, bibhratagahi. That bibhrat is going to be nabhyasta chatuhu. Nabhyasta chatuhu should ring in your mind. Ring in your mind. When you chant Rudram, if you chant bibhrat means nabhyasta chatuhu. So 7178. So no num agamaha. So that this stops 7170. So 7178 stops 7170. So now we can okay, we can put here is that 7178, 7178 stops 7170. That was the important thing in this form. The important thing was nabhyasta chatuhu. This was the important sutram here, nabhyasta chatuhu. And then of course the remaining is easy. And then you can make it, just simply remove the, then simply apply the, upadeshadana nasika it and halni abhyo dirgha sutisya pruktam hal, and that will give us, dadat is the form, dadat means bearing, holding, carrying. So this is the tejo rashi. The tejo rashi is the karta of this, and this is the pullinge prathama ekavachanam, not napumsaka linge. It's pullinge. It's also a confusing thing. this like Napumsakalinge, looks like someone Napumsakat, which Pullinge Prathama Ekvachanam. The Karta is, because clearly Karta is Yaha. Okay. Now he gives a couple of Tadita forms over here, just to those Pitriam Aunsham. If you don't want to understand this, just look at the Vigraha Vakyam, Piturayam Pitrya. So Piturayam Pitryaha means Pitryaha means belonging to the father. So if you don't want to delve into this form, if you want to keep your life simple, instead of saying Pitriam Aunsham, say Pituhu Aunsham. Make it simplified for yourself. You say Madiyam Pustakam when you say my book. You can say Mama Pustakam. Instead of saying Madiyam Pustakam, you can say Mama Pustakam. So instead of making Madi as an adjective to Pustakam, you can make a Shashti and just express the same meaning the other way. If you don't want to dwell into this form, it's a Pitriyam Amsham, make it Pituhu Amsham. And same thing here, Matrikam Amsham, make it into as Matr Amsham. Make it like that. But he has given the form, let's look at this form. It says, Vayavratu Pitrushaso Yat. So iti Yat Pratyaha. So 4 to 31. Any sutram, why is he giving this specific sutram? Because specific sutram to the Pitru Pratipadikam. Pitru Pratipadikam and some others also. But let's see what that is saying. So 5 to 31. 5 to 31 to remember that this okay, let's see what the vritti of that is. Always check the vritti, the first thing you want to check. Now we're dividing the form Pitriyam. Pitriya is an adjective, Piturayam, which belongs to the father, is Pitriyam. So you can use this also in when you talk or when you speak. So 5 to 31. Let's see what the Tika says, the Vyakhyanam says. Okay, now why is this not coming up here? Okay, let's see. So Vayuvadibhya Shabdebhya Yat Pratyaya Bhavati Sasya Devata iti asmin Vishreyo. Something wrong here because this sutram is wrong. It says Sasya Devata. When this is his Devata, you don't have Devata over here. Okay. You know what, I think I saw something in the notes. So see, this is what happens. If you do your homework, you find something in the Tika. Oh, this may not be Malinatha's fault. Somebody who edited his TA, I guess, put the wrong sutram over there. Let me see. I think there is a note over here. Pavita Lakshanam. Okay. Now, actually, Devdaji gives the Pitriyam, Pituragatam, different meaning. It's come from the father. Pitru Pasyat. According to the Sutra, Pitur Yacha. Sutram 4. It's also a typo here, I think. Not a typo. This is another typo in it. Anyway, I think it's 4379. The typo in this book of the Devdar. It should be 4 to nothing. Let's look at this one. So 4379. He also says that, and not according to the sutra given by the commentator, which gives a sense of devata. So very very nicely he has said that this in the commentary. There's a typo in the commentary here. The sutram is not correct. Again, I cannot believe that Malinatha will make a mistake like this. Must be his teaching assistant or the editors along the way. This is the problem that we have. Is that the good editors are so few and far apart that nobody has bothered in this. See, Malinatha is probably like 500 years old now, 600 years old. In the last how many hundreds of years, whatever it is, the way it's coming to us now today, at least, it's coming in the wrong form. Now, how long it's been like this for a long form, you never know. Same thing we saw before, right? So these tikas are also not error-free. No, they're not error-free. Everything has to be investigated. This is a lesson to learn. So this sutram is wrong. This sutram is wrong because you say if you use this sutram, this Vayu, Ritu, Pitru, and Ushas, then it will become Sasya Devata, in the sense of a Devata. We don't have Devata out here. So what we have to use here is that this Tasmad Agatam. So Pitura Agatam, which has come from the father. Sutram which is giving is 4379. If you have the Devdas book, there also has a typo in it. So there also has it. But 43, let's try that. 4379. Yes, Pitur Yacha. Yatata Agataha. come from the father. So Tata Agataha Pitruyaccha. So which has come from the father. So 4379. So the correction in the Tika should be 4379. Let's look at that one now. See, if we didn't have this book as to guide us, we will be scratching our head. What is going on over here? We have to do our own investigation. So Pitru Shabda Yas Pratya Bhavati Chakara Thaincha Tata Agataha. This is the typo here. Tata Agataha. It's come from that. Yasmin Vishay. So Pituragatam Pityam. It come from the father. Come from the father. So now let's finish this form. So 4379. So Pitru plus so we say Pitru 4379. So take Pitru Pitru sorry Pitru no sorry Pitru okay Pitru no okay Pitru plus Pratya will be Nyas Tata Agata Panchami come from the father Pratya Yat.
So this is
yes sir.
uh,
Oh, plus typo. I'm sorry. Is that typo, right?
yeah.
Thank you. So 4379. 43. Yeah. If you're making any typos, anything, please.
Again, you have not put Pitru there. You have put Patru.
Patru. Yes. Again. Thank you. Pitru. Okay. Now let's see. To form. So of course here by the Halantyam, only you get the year remaining. Halantyam. So Anubandha Lope year. Anubandha Lope is year Pitra. This is the thing which Kaliyasa uses all these forms purposely for teacher's grammar. Literally he uses these forms purposely. I mean, of course, to make it good Kavyam and also to teach us grammar. So some of these texts are almost meant to teach us grammar. So Halantyam. Now, of course, the Nyas is going to go because inside of Pratipadikam, because Kut is Samasascha, Pratipadisanya, Supodhata Pradikayoho, iti Antargatasya Supahaluk. So Pratipadika Antargatasya Supahaluk. So then what we need is that how would we get the form Pit? Any guesses? Kalpesh, there you can try this one for us. If you're there, or when you can try it. How we want to get the form Pitriya. What do we do now? How can we get what do we want? We want the Repa to come in there. Where is it going to come? So how is it going to come? Sutra that we know actually. We know this sutram, but we haven't used it very often. Okay. I'll do actually what sutram comes next. So this Pitru plus here if you do. And here we have only used the Krita Samasascha. Supo Dhatu Pradipatikayoho. Remove the Nyas which is inside the. Again, there's another typo here. I'm sorry. It should be Nyasi. It's Saptami. Not Panch. This is Tata Agataha. Come from that. So you should use the Pratyaya Nyasi, not Nyas. It won't make a difference. Of course, it goes away anyway. But the correct form is to use Panchami, not the Shashti. Come from the father. Come from the father. So something which comes with Pitriam. Pitriam. Okay. Now what we do is that Ringrataha. Ringrataha. There are these two very confusing rules, very confusing rules. Let's look at them. This is 7427. 7427. 7427 is Ringrataha. What is Sutram say? Rukarantasya. Rukarantam, which we do have, Pitru we have right now. Always check that all the conditions are satisfied in your case. In the exam that we have, make sure that all the conditions are satisfied. Rukarantasyangasya akrut yakare. So yakar shouldn't be krut pratyaya. Krut only when it comes from dhatoho. We don't have krut pratyaya right now. Sarva dhatuke. Also fine because again sarva dhatuke sanya only comes from dhatoho. So yakare. Shaucha paratah. We don't have show, but we have yakara. That's fine. Ring ityam adesha bhavati. It is a ring adesha. So the re is actually anekal adesha. So by anekal is sarvasya, the entire pitru would have gone away. That's why Panini puts the ng and it, the cover panchibukku nicha. We can only remove the ending letter. So one more time. Ring rataha. Why this sutram is not very common? Because of the next sutram. Is ring, sheg, ling, shu. These are very common. If you take a dhatu in the passive, for example, the kru becomes kriyate. Then why ring rita? Why not come ring ritaha? Because next sutra specifically say that when the sh, yak, the passive yak, very common form. So in the common form here, this has been overruled by this next sutram. So the ring ritaha, we don't see it that often. In fact, interestingly enough, we sing it yesterday itself. In yesterday's class, in Wednesday's class, we saw this sutram. So this is very strange. This sutram which is not very used much. We saw in yesterday's class in a completely different context from chekriyate, when you make it into a yanganta, frequentative from chekriyate, one who does frequently or intensely. And you sing it in pitriyam, tadita form. So ring ritaha, we saw in yesterday's class in form chekriyate, sing today's class in pitriyam, pitriya. So we're going to complete this form, ring ritaha. Now, reminding yourself why the ng is an it, because as I said, if it was not there, then by anekashit sarvasya, the entire pitri would have gone away adesha. So sarvasya adesha hasyat bhavet. But by nitya forces again alone jasya. Nitya. Now, to end the confusion, or maybe to add to the confusion, whatever as you see it, is that there is this one more sutram which looks very similar to this one, which we saw yesterday, which is this rig. Rig is also, rig agama is there. Ridupadasya. So rig ridupadasya. So rig ridupadasya also is there, which we saw yesterday. That's the rig agama. Right now we're looking at the ring adesha. Ring adesha. The rig agama came in different contexts when u was in upadha. Here we have the angam ending in r, and followed by yakaraha, which is not a krit sanya, akrit savdhatuke yoho. So, but this was the difficult thing in this formation, is the ring rataha. The ring rataha. Now you can do the next step for us, Ven. I think you can do the next step for us, I think, Ven. So this is your favorite one, Ven. So now we get ring. So ru becomes ri. So pitri, right? The ru becomes ri. Pitri plus ya. Now you can do it for us, I think. So
the egos. Okay, so it's
you're done then. That's it. So
Yachibam and Yasyati.
Yeah, Yasyaticha. Yashum Yasyati. So once you get the ring rataha, after that is easy. So by nitya.
So ring ritaha change the r to
ri. Become pitri.
Or as a r is a vowel, but re is a
is consonant plus vowel. Yeah, it's just a strange answer. Ring ritaha.
Okay.
So that's the difficult thing. If you don't know ring ritaha, that's why we practice these rules, you know. So now this one we got, of course, the bhasanya, yachivam, and yasyeticha, which you see many times. Pitriya. So again, please correct the commentary. This sutram in the commentary is not correct. I think somebody along the line after Malinatha has made this, and nobody's corrected this, because I have, in fact, I have 2-3 books over here, and all of them do the same. Luckily, Devdaji was the only one who wanted to check the sutram and give us the correct form. God bless him, because it would have been difficult for us to find it. So I have another book here. All of them do the same thing. My Hindi book also gives the same thing. The Vayu Ritu. That Vayu Ritu only when you have the Devata. So this complete. That's the wrong form. So let me see. What do you have? Yeah, Vayu Ritu. All of them do the same thing. Vayu Ritu. Vairiti Pitru Ushasa, that is for Devatas only. Let me see. This book also is pretty good. Let me see. No, even he gets the same mistake. So, yeah. So you have to be careful and check it out yourself. So, Pitriya. So it's Pituhu Agata. Agatam in this case. Amsham. One more same thing. Matur. Now, Maturayam is Matrikaha. Is the Pratya Chai. So, 4378. So, look at that one. Let's see if that one is correct. So that is correct. 4378. 4378. So Vitashthai. Look at that one. Is Vidya Yoni Sambandhebhya iti eva. Okay, so when it is having Vidya Yoni Sambandha, so in a Sambandha Vidya Yoni means by birth or by instruction, like a teacher. Vikarantebhya Prajapadekebhyo Vidya Yoni Sambandha Vachibhyaha Chaim Pratya Bhavati Tata Agata Idisminat. This is also Tata Agataha. So even this commentary is wrong. Even this comment looks to be wrong. Because he says Tasyedam, not Tata Agataha. The sutram that he gives is, so something has gone wrong in this thing. So this says, because the meaning, look at what he gives. He says Piturayam. Sorry, Maturayam. Maturayam means tasyedam. Maturayam sutram will come, there is sutram called tasyedam. So that will not this one. Tasya is a different meaning. Means belonging to him. Belonging to him, her
No,
or whoever.
but this is for matrikaha.
Matrikaha. But if you look at the sutram that is giving when, this is giving sutram is this Ritashtai.
Right. In that sutram, they gives an example of matrikam.
Matrikam, that is fine. But the meaning is tata agataha. Come from the mother. Not belonging to the mother. The meaning is tata agataha. So in the tika, the count should have been what? Maturagatam. Maturagataha. So come from the mother, not maturayam. Pratyaya. Yeah, so this also is a problem. This one another problem. So unfortunately this tika is fraught with problems, this particular one. Somewhere along the line somebody edited it or somebody, did a problem. So we have to watch out for all this. Because the reason why I'm pointing that out is that because there's another sutram called tasyedam. That's not this one. Tasyedam comes in a different place, not over here. So tasyedam is 43120. It comes much later. It's not in that adhikar. It's not in that part. This was coming much earlier. So ours is not there. Ours is coming earlier, which is the 4378. Is there a typo in this one, in the sutram, you think? There is, I think, right? Because tunashtu is kalpesha there. Maybe we shall correct this typo.
No, I think he's gone. He's not there now.
Okay, but this is a typo. Because this 4378 means tunash, this is shakashi mudun shakara. Should be a mudun shakara. Should be murdhanya shakara, right? Because the takara is falling.
Yes. Yeah, it is mudhan.
That's another typo. Today's days. This is what I'm saying. Nowadays, unless you do your own homework and you can really, put in the effort, there's so many typos. I mean, Mullah Satika has typos, Ashadjaya has typos, so you really need a lot of, you really have to be, well equipped yourself to catch it, because we don't know. People don't know what typos are, what not typos.
Right.
So it takes so much effort to find the right text. That's why these books like this Kashika, which I'm talking about, by the Ramla Kapoor Trust, they're such a good books here. These are like treasures now, which have no typos in there. We long for these books. Anyway, so Vidya Yoni Sambandebhya Ityeva. Someone should be Vidya or Yoni. So, coming from the, Yoni Sambandha, I think mother will qualify for that. Yoni Vidya Yoni Sambandebhya. So Matrikam is given there. Okay. Now, we add the pratyaya time. Now, how do you get Matrikam from that? So 4378. So Maturagataha, not Maturayam. Should be Maturagataha. Okay. So just like Pituragataha, Maturagataha is a Vigraha Vakyam. So Pituho Athva Matu from the mother, Panchami Ekvachanam. Agataha, Maturagataha. Amsha Rashi, the Matu, this is not Rashi. So what is Maturagata is qualifying what? Amshaha in this case. Amsha. The part which came from the mother and part which came from the father. So okay, let's just finish this off now. So we get Matru plus the again the same pratyaya nyasi, and the pratyaya is in this case pratyaya shtai. Pratyaya shtai. So let me highlight this 27427 last term for, I think you're running out of time, I guess, but okay. So nyasi plus pratyaya thai. Now in the pratyaya thai, of course, the ending and nya is an it bahalantyam. Now, as for sutram chutu, even the beginning takara should have been an it letter. Right. But it doesn't become an it letter because of the fact that Panini special sutram is replaced takara with something else. We'll go to it in a second. If you made a takara as an it by chutu, in that case what will happen is that the sutram which Panini has to replace the takara by something else will become useless then. So vachana samarthyat, chutu doesn't apply here. The sutram chutu does not apply here, because if you use the sutram chutu and make tha as an it, then what will happen is that these two rules over here, which you're going to see, that tha becomes ika. So there's no point saying tha becomes ika if you're going to go away. So I think tasyekaha. Where's that? Tasyeka is sutram. Tasyekaha. Where's it? Tasyekaha. Let's see what is the long place. Tasyekaha. I'm sorry, 125. Tasyekaha. So, okay, Tasyekaha. Yeah, 7350 Tasyekaha. And so this Pani is in place of ta would be ika adesha. So if you make the ta as an it, then this sutra will become useless then. So vachana samarthyat chutu itina pravartate atra. So thakasi sanya na bhavati. So anyatha idam sutram vyartham syat. Sutram will be vyartham otherwise. So then, but this maybe the adesha ika. We don't want the adesha ika to come. You want only ka to come. So next sutram says is uktantat kaha. So if you are ending in is or us, which you don't have, we have matu right now, but ukkantat. So any uggantam angam, ayan rul so urul, instead of becoming ika, it becomes ka. So one more time, tasya kaha. So if you have this pratyaya which is tha there, tha should become ika. But next sutram says if you have the angam ending in is or us, or the uk pratyahara, means urul, which is what we have right now, matra, and takarant also. Then ya uk pratyahara is us uggantatah. It says so. Is us ityevam antanam uggantanam tansanam. So he says he yak something is ukaranta also. So takarant. So with matrikam. Here you got matrikam. There it is, matrikam. So you have to use this 7351, make it into ka, and then we'll get the form. 7351 is tasya kaha. Remember the sutram is usuktantat kaha. 7351. So then we get the form matrika. Of course, we'll use the usual lopaha, and we're running out of time now. We'll finish this off. Matrika is this 7351 was the main sutram. Of course, before that we use the usual steps. Remove the pradipadika sanya. Supo dhatu pradipadika yoho. Then use the 750 you'll get the form matrika. So maturagatam, maturagataha amshaha. So the part which came from the mother is the matrikaha amshaha. Matrikaha amshaha. So these are adjectives. Let's see now what is left in this shloka now. So pitryam amsham upavita lakshanam means which is upavita lakshanam. What is the commentary on that? Is that upavitam eva lakshanam chinnam yasyatam. It is a part which came from the father, which is indicated by the upavitam. So the part which came from the father has a sign of the upavitam. Upavitam lakshanam chinnam yasyatam. Yasyatam has a bahuvrihi. So the carrying. So he was bearing that person, the purushaha, was carrying a part from the father, pitryam amsham, upavita lakshanam, which had the emblem or the sign of the upavitam. Now the story here is that his father was a brahmana, his mother was a kshatriya. So now he had upavita lakshanam, which was from the father, and he also had this formidable bow, very formidable bow. That was the kshatriya amshaha. This Brahmana Amsha he got from his father, Kshatriya Amsha he got from the mother. So the comment which people are making here is that this Upavitam was supposed to have with Brahmana, Kshatriya and the Vaishya, all of them are supposed to have that. So then how can it become Brahmana Lakshanam now, Upavitam? Because it should because that also can become Kshatriya, also can belong to. Of course, nowadays nobody wears the Upavitam, only maybe Brahmanas at the most. So this Devaji makes a comment, nice comment he makes over here. Is that in ancient times, Upavitam was to be the characteristic not only of Brahmanas, but of the Kshatriyas and Vaishyas also. But from Kalidasa's commenting, mentioning as if it belonged to Brahmana exclusively, it is likely that in that time also, it was worn predominantly only by the Brahmanas, as it is now. So the fact that Kalidasa is more than 1,000 years old, right? So even he is saying the Upavitam is the Brahmana Lakshanam. So maybe this thing about Kshatriyas and Vaishyas not wearing also might be very old, whatever it might be. So it says Upavita Lakshanam is the Pitryam Amsham. This is the part which came from the father, which was characterized by Upavitam. And then came from the mother, Dhanururjitam, Dhanusha Urjitam. which was very prominent on account of the bow. It was because so he was carrying these two things. One was Upavitam, which Brahmanamsham, and the Dhanuhu, which was the Matrakamsham, and which was very Ujitam, means prominent. So you could prominently see that he had a part of his mother in him also. And then Tam Amsham Chadadat, taking both of them, Ya Bhargavaha. So now is this the Purushaha. Then Sasomaha is a Bahuri compound, Somena Saha Vartate, Chandrayuktaha. Sasoma Chandrayuktaha. So Sasomaha is he's like the sun with the moon together, sun and moon together. So Garma Dihiditi, we already saw, is Suryaha Iva. So one whose rays are intense or hot. So he was like the Suryaha, Sasomaha Surya Iva. Of course, the Somaha is the Upavitam Lakshanam, and the Suryaha is the Dhanur Lakshanam, so Dhanur Ujitam. So this is the Dhanur Ujitam and Dharma, this is intense, this is a strong indication. This is kind of gentle indication, Upavitam. So he was like that. Or he was also like Sadvijivha Sasarpaha. He was like a Chandran Drumaha. This is again Upavitam, from Upavitam, so Chandran Drumaha, but with a snake on it. So interesting sim. He's given two of them. Sadvijivvaha Sasarpaha Chandana Drumaha Iva Sitaha. So this Purusha was standing there with these two things, carrying these two portions with him, one from his father, one from his mother. The father indicated by the Upavitam, mother indicated by the bow. And once he was like the sun and moon together, of course the sun being the bow part of it, the moon being the Upavita part of it, or he was like a Chandan Drumaha, like a sandalwood tree, that again being the Upavitam part of it, with the snake though, that was the Dhanuhu. So maybe next time we'll do this form Didhitihi. There's no, we're out of time right now. Didhitihi will derive this form next time. If you want to do some homework, Didhitihi, the problem with Dhatu is Didhi. And normally this Ti Pratyaha never takes an Ida Agamaha. So Didhitihi will continue next time. Just give the numbers right here. Didhitihi is that you have to use this because the 7, 2, 9, 7, 2, I think 9 or 10, this Patya Tin, Triyam Tin, should never take Ida Agamaha. Should never take Ida Agamaha. But you need that, so we'll do in the class next time. There's a Vartikam on that. Sometimes does take Ida Agama. So to form the form, I think we did in the prior lesson, I think we have done it already. Maybe I'll search for that. So Didhitihi. So Didhitihi. It's an interesting form, Didhiti. To form that, you will need to use the 7 to 9 Vartikam on that, on the Vartikam on 7 to 9. And also you will need to use the Sutram 7453, I think it is. 7453. We'll see it in the next class, 7453. So when you want to transition for us, when we will wrap up the class. Yeah, we need 73. Okay, let's try that one. So let me stack it up again. We put this one half stack, and let me do translation will be the next page now. I think the next page. Okay, so move it down. Okay, bearing. Okay, let's start this one. All right, bearing. One second. Let me just. So bearing is dadat bearing, carrying.
Dadat.
Right, dadat.
Yes, dadat. Yes.
Then a father's portion.
This portion, Pityam Amsham.
Pityam Amsham. So father's is again is Trita form, characterized by an Upavita, sacred thread.
Upavita Lakshanam.
The Lakshanam, and also is the Cha. Cha. His mother's portion is
Matrakam.
Matrakam, mother's portion. Mighty and powerful on account of the bow.
The bow. Dhanururjitam.
Urjitam is the mighty and powerful. On account of the bow is the Tika. Dhanusha Urjitam. So which we take the Tika into account? Dhanusha Urjitam, on account of the bow. He is Yaha. So Yaha, the one who. But this Yaha requires a Tatpadam. It's going to be the Prior Shloka. So one who was like this, he was the one who appeared before the Sainikas. Okay, so it's going to be the Prior Shloka, because Yaha requires a, Tatpadam. Go with the Prior Shloka. So one who was like this, appeared before the soldiers after they rubbed their eyes. So okay, so let's say put he. Appeared is, I think, Iva only. May take from the Prior Shloka maybe. Like is Iva.
The shloka, would you move up a bit, please?
The shloka is, yeah, you can see that Iva is right.
No. Okay. No, it's all right. Sorry.
Iva is there. And the sun, the hot rays, which is the one which is Dharmadhitihi, united with the moon.
Sa Soma.
Sa Somaha. Somena Saha. Or is again, let's say, like is again Iva.
Like Iva.
Sandal tree.
Chandana Drumaha.
With a two-tongued animal, a snake on it.
Sad Dvijihva.
Dvijihva. Jihva is a tongue. So two-tongue means a snake has that fang. So Dvijihva. If you look at the Samasaha, you say so Dvijihva is the Dvijivvena Sahita Sa Dvijihva. One which is, you can say Dve Jivve Yasya Saha. One which has two tongues. Dve Jivve. Okay, so we're out of time. So Ramo Rajamanistada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Vihata Nishatara Chamu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha Rama Nasti Paranam Parataram Ramasudasa Smyaham Rame Chittale Sada Bhotame Bhorama Mahamudhara Rama Rameti Rame Manorame Sasanama Tulyam Ramanama Varanane Shri Ramanama Varanana Hundamiti. How are you doing, Vasu?